Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kollywood TV. Your TV, my TV. I remain your presenter, Ethel Berger. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. On this platform today, I have the privilege to present to you a dynamic and an outstanding personality in the Cameroon film industry who goes by the name AK Saint Ralph. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Ethel. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir. And you?
I'm doing great.
All right. So, sir, what do you have to say about your filmmaking experience in Cameroon so far?
Generally, it has not been an easy journey because we face challenges every day.
Right.
As far as filmmaking is concerned, particularly in Cameroon, because we lack sponsors, we lack exposure from the government, we have no support. Being a filmmaker in Cameroon, it's something you have to do it as an entrepreneur alone.
Yeah, exactly.
You look for the money after you get the script, you get your cast, you get your crew. You look for the money, you look for locations, because if you have to be paying people to do those things for you, that money isn't there. So it's really be a battle. It has been a battle because it's cumbersome putting these things together. And I must also say this, that for every filmmaker out there, they should look up to Cameroon filmmakers, because if we just have at least a bit of support from our government, as other countries are doing, then I tell you, Cameroon's name will be boldly written on the world map.
All right.
Because filmmakers in Cameroon, I call them the bulldozers.
Exactly.
It has not been easy. You have to do things depending on what you can afford.
Right.
We do movies that are extremely low budget films. No budget, not even low budget. Because when you talk about in the standard of Hollywood, a low budget film is approximately 150 million francs.
Oh.
That is money that if you give to Cameroonians.
Yeah.
Cameroonians will take that money and they will do 100 films.
Exactly.
With that money. It's for a fact, because a Cameroonian would do a standard film with 5 million. It's an over budget for us.
Okay, yeah.
We don't have the resources.
All right, Senraf. So what do you think the Cameroonian filmmakers are supposed to do to get the support that you're talking about?
Thanks to media outlets, online media outlets like Netflix, the Kollywood, Amazon, that are buying content now, I can see that with that there is a bit of relief, because we can count a number of films that we already have on those platforms that are streaming, and those movies were actually bought. You see, now in Cameroon we have the good content we need. We have all the resources we need to realize that, but we don't have the finances to sponsor it. We have good scripts, we have good actors and actresses, we have the best of crew here, we have good writers, but we don't have the means to realize projects.
Exactly.
We have great stories in our cupboards that we lack monies to realize. If you bring a project, what we actually do is we lobby for fundings. You can go to somebody to lobby for fundings. The person will say, okay, what is your marketing strategy to realize my money? It's a businessman.
Exactly.
He's putting in his money and he needs to realize that money back. Yeah. And when you give a good marketing strategy to somebody who is willing to put in money, that person will actually abide to it. But then, what if you present a budget of about 15 million or 20 million for a project?
Exactly.
That person finds it very difficult to put in that money, given the nature of our social media, our consumers.
Exactly.
In Cameroon, because we don't actually have the kind of consumers that we need.
All right.
You see,
yes.
So we are dependent on this outlet, this marketing outlet, these channels like the Netflix and all the like. What we need more is our own Cameroonian citizens, our brothers. They say charity begins at home.
At home, exactly.
We need to start consuming our homemade products.
All right.
We need to. If you let me dial into the music industry in Cameroon. If you enter even in a snack bar here in Cameroon, what you will hear are Nigerian songs. You scarcely hear Cameroonian music. Why? We Cameroonians, we don't want to support our own. That's one of the things that destroy us.
So what makes you have the perception that Cameroonians don't want to support their own?
The handwriting is boldly written on the wall.
So do you think that there are particular stuff that push Cameroonians not to want to support their own? Is it a willful act, or there are stuff that push them not to want to support their own?
I would say that there is something they call trend.
All right.
They go with the trend. When they see somebody selling out there, you know that this person is making wave. Like take like for the for example, the Davidos, the Wizkids,
yeah, Burna Boys,
Burna Boys, and
exactly.
all that. When you enter a snack, we have great musicians in Cameroon.
Exactly.
We have the Magascos, the Stanley Eno, the Mr. Leo, the Jovi, the Salatiel.
Yeah, exactly.
They are there. But you will scarcely hear our local music play in our snacks, or even sometimes on our radio stations and TV stations. Our national station, Cameroon National Television,
Exactly.
they will find pleasure in playing foreign movies,
Right.
not playing Cameroonian content, because they don't want to give us the money.
Whoa.
I will call that greed. It is our station. We need that money. Don't use our resources to buy content from outside.
All right, sir. So what do you think can be done to remedy this situation?
Let them change their mentality. Buy our homemade product. Buy our films. Buy our movies.
All right. Impressive.
Yes, use us as promos. There are a lot of actors and actresses, bold faces you could use. But you see on billboards, you see foreigners on our billboards. They advertise things that we are consuming in our country. It's frustrating.
Wow.
We are trying our best to put Cameroon on the limelight. But what is the government doing? They are not supportive.
Okay, so with the perception that the government is supposed to come in to like bring in that change that we so need in the Cameroon film industry, I heard you saying something very interesting about producers and how it is very difficult to like have the finances to produce movies.
Yeah.
So my question now goes thus: what do you think is the possible way or the method that producers can use to work with filmmakers to help them execute the plan of doing a very good movie? How can they work together?
Okay. To say this, I know that it is very difficult sometimes to do a merging, to do a co-production.
Exactly.
In Cameroon, it is difficult. In other countries, it can be slightly difficult, and in some countries, it's very possible.
Exactly.
Like if you watch a movie, you can scarcely watch an American movie, a Hollywood movie, that you will see that movie was solely produced by one company. No.
Exactly.
It is difficult. You will see that it was from this production, they collaborate with this, they associate with this, they associate with this. And then you see that in the line of producers, you have like 5 different producers in a singular movie.
Exactly.
And then you have different directors on that set, with the pioneer director, with the director of the movie there. But it has the support from other directors.
Exactly.
In order to come out, to bring out a good product.
Exactly.
But here, one thing that is killing us is greed. Credit.
Right.
Yeah. Cameroonians, filmmakers, we have this ability of the name.
Yeah.
We want to get the name, the credit for ourselves.
All right.
Of which we can actually gather. If let's say 2 or 3 good filmmakers can put their heads together and say, okay, fine. We've been struggling with this. You have maybe small money. You have this. You have the script. You have the equipment. Let's bring these things together. And then we'll come up with a good script. We bring the script. We'll revisit it, work on it, and then we'll put our heads together, put the little resources we have in order to do a no-budget film. Let's try to meddle in a low-budget film with the resources put together.
All right.
Since we don't have support from anywhere, let's try to help ourselves by doing what we do: joint production. We go into contracts, we sign and go into partnership. We do those things, and then we do a movie that we can do a big movie, a movie that can change the face and the mentality of all Cameroonians, if only
Sir, sorry to cut you short, but I think that there are already some personalized people that are working like alone that are doing something outstanding for the Cameroon film industry. For example, we cannot talk about this without mentioning great figures like Mr. Kang Quintus with his recently published movie Fisherman's Diary. Do you mean to say that before he had to do this, he had to obviously go through the means you're trying to talk about, or he still did his own way and he emerged successful?
Okay, just a question for you back.
All right.
I'm a Cameroonian.
Exactly.
In a nutshell, how many filmmakers can you guess exist in Cameroon?
That's
over 1,000.
That's a very exactly.
Over 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say 10 out of 1,000. It's no figure, it's no number.
Exactly.
How many of them can produce those movies? And for how long? It's not only Can Quintus, there are many. There is Omega One Studio, there's Blue Rain, there are different ones that have been sent out. Their movies are there on Netflix.
All right.
Netflix is just one thing that has boast Cameroon by accepting some of our movies.
All right.
And this name you're calling Can Quintus is because he did not just work alone.
Exactly.
He had great minds behind him.
All right.
He came in with the resources. He might have lobbied for money, bring in money, but he worked with great minds. The director of that movie is Enan John Scott.
Exactly.
The writer of that script, A Fisherman's Diary, is Mbu Proxy.
Wow. Impressive.
One of the greatest writers we have here, one of the greatest directors we have in Cameroon was the one behind that. Can Quintus, a good actor, a good producer. There are many others. We have Musingderi that was on the set. You have, I think, was it Anori or who is also a director that was on the set. You had Kanyang Quine, a producer and a director that was on the set. So they were all together to bring out that good product. Exactly. So it boils down to the same thing I'm saying.
Yeah.
If we want to make it on our own, we need to put our egos aside.
Exactly.
We'll focus on it and we'll see how we can come up with something good without minding who stand at the forefront as the producer or the director of that movie.
Wow. So you are actually encouraging a spirit of togetherness, and I believe that everyone watching this platform right now has learned something. All right, thank you very much, sir, for being part of our program. Thank you to televiewers for watching us. We are Kollywood TV, your TV, our TV.